morning, gentlemen, and thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the challenge yesterday and you were able to work out loads of different ways for me to be able to pay my opponent back and then be able to carry on in the game. I'm just going to show you one way of doing it now and talk through my process of working it out as well, and give you some tips for the future when you approach some problem-solving questions. So I know what I've got in front of me. I know I've got my houses, I know I've got my properties, and I've got my cash as well. I've got $540 here, so I'm going to start off with that. But to make it easy for myself, because I always like in maths when I'm doing problem solving, I always like to make things a bit simpler and a bit easier. So I'm actually just going to take a nice round number to start with. So I'm just going to take the $500. So my four 100s, and then my 250s to make it up to 500. And then I'm going to think, right, what nice round numbers have I got? Am I going to start mortgaging properties, or do I go straight for the houses? I think I'm going to go straight for the houses because, again, nice and round numbers. So I'm going to take my two that are worth $50, and I know that 50 times 2 is another 100. So I've then got 500. If I had a notepad to work this out, I would be writing it down and not just doing it in my head like I'm going to do now. So I've then got 500 in my hundreds and 250s for $600. So I've now got $600. I'm then going to go to my other houses because I know they're worth $150 each. So 150, two 150s are 300. Okay, another little trick I do to work that out is I know that 15 add 15 is 30. So I know 150 and 150 is going to be 300 because it's just 10 times greater doing it. So I'm going to get $300 out for me now. 1, 2, 3. So another $300 to take me up to 900. Okay, I'm going to take another 300 out, because again, it's another round number. So I know on 900, so 1,000, 1,100, 1,200. Just another method for me to help count up the numbers. So I'm on 1,200 now, so I know I've got to get $800 more in order to pay my opponent back. And I know I've still got two more houses, so another 300. So 1,300, 1,400, 1,500. And there's a nice little link to our 3 times table there because I was on $900. I then added 300 to take me up to 1,200, another 300 to go up to 1,500. So I went 900s, 1200s, 1500s, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, etc., etc. So we can see these links now and these methods that I'm using to help me work this out. So I'm on 1,500. I've got 500 more to go, and I've only got my properties left to sell. So when I mortgage this is like a loan from the bank. The bank are loaning me this money, okay? And then when I want to buy it back, I have to buy it back for what the bank has given me, okay? So it's like a loan. It's an interest-free loan because it's not getting greater and greater. It's just the same amount. So I'm going to sell these two houses for 220, sorry. So 220. So I was on 1,500, add 220, 1,720, another 120. So we were on 1,720, 1,820, 1,840. So I'm constantly counting that up. So 1,840. I'm then going to take my 1,840. So I know I've got 160 to go. So I'm going to do, because I know they'll add up to it, 130 from this property, 30 from this property to give me that 160 that I needed, which I'll do in here now, 160. So let's see if I've been able to do that correctly. Obviously, it would have been better for me to have written that down and been working it out as I was going through, which I hope you boys did at home, because it's quite hard to keep account of that in your head as you're doing it. So that's not the best of methods. Looking back on it, I should have used a notepad and pen to help me. But let's see if I did it. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000s, which is 1,000. Let's keep going. 1,100 or 1100s, 1200s, 1300s, 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, 1800, so now I'm 1,800. 2 50s to give me 1,900, and 50, 20, 20, 10 to give me another 100 to bring me up to 2,000. I'm almost crying handing over that amount of money. I wish I had that in real life. Hopefully, though, now I've been able to pay them back, I can go on and win this game, so we'll see. I hope you boys managed to figure out a way for me to do that as well. So I sold all my houses, brown and yellow, and all of my reds. That was my method of doing it. And I kept my 40 bucks and gave them all the rest of my cash. Well done, boys. Thank you for taking part in Mr. Max Monopoly Challenge. Keep your eyes peeled for the next challenge to come out. Thank you and goodbye.